everybody, welcome to GorJess Creations with your girl Jess. And it's been a while since I've done a plan with me video. Excuse my voice if it sounds strange, but this is going to be a talk with me, plan through type video, so hopefully it's not super duper long. I am going to be planning in my wellness happy planner for February 24th through March the 1st. I just bookmarked it so I knew where to turn. I actually have not planned for a while, if you can't tell. But I figured this would be the best way to plan and kind of get back into the swing of things and also talk to you guys. So the whole layout for February was green, which is kind of awkward to me. I thought it would be pink. I just pulled out some washi. I don't really know where I'm going, but I wanted to keep it in the Valentine's-y theme. And I just remembered that this planner doesn't really give you a lot of space for the bigger washi, so even this can kind of go over there, which kind of leaves me with these three that I pulled out. Yeah, I can make this work. So I just kind of wanted to talk to you guys about what's been going on in my life and where I have kind of been. If you have watched any of my videos, been looking, you may notice that I had kind of stopped doing plan with me videos, and there was no real particular reason for it, except I I was having a hard time finding time to actually pull my camera out and sit down and plan, if that makes sense at all. I don't know. But I kind of just wanted to come. Hold on. I was like, wait, I know I did. Hold on. I'll try to move this over here. Okay, I'll just have to find it again. I was having trouble realistically keeping up with YouTube and grad school life, and there's some other things that have been going on with me as well, which I hadn't necessarily thought I was gonna come on here and talk about, but I feel like with talking with the wellness, or actually planning in my wellness planner, it would be the perfect opportunity to bring some things up. So there were a couple of how would I say this? There were a couple of videos where I did grad school, like talking about how I was doing in grad school and how it kind of was stressing me out, and it really was. Grad school was hard for me, or I guess is hard for me. I don't know how else to put it, but I have decided to take a break from grad school. My semester ends next Saturday on the 29th, and I have decided to take 2 months off just to get refocused. And the reasoning behind that is that I have been dealing with finding some sense of structure in a new world. And what I mean by that is a lot of things have changed in my life over the past couple of months. Financially, I am responsible for everything in my house now. I hate that I did that. I'm responsible for everything in my house, which means rent, cable, internet, utilities. My living situation has changed quite a bit, and not quite a bit, but kind of. Without going into great detail about every little thing that's with, maybe I can fit this one down here, but without going into detail or great detail about everything that has been occurring in my life, I will just say that I've had to walk away from something that no longer serves me. Most don't know, because I don't really talk about my life or go into great detail about my life in such a way, but I have 2 kids, and legally through the state of Georgia I am married. However, me and my children's father have been separated for quite some time. I used to live in Savannah, and I moved here to try to work things out, and that didn't necessarily work out. And so I've been dealing with that, and dealing with finding some sense of placement or normalcy in Atlanta, simply because I find myself overwhelmed. I find myself being more so focused on my children and making sure they are okay. And somehow along the way, I lost focus on me. Yeah. So it's been a rough bit of time. And like I said, without going into detail about my whole entire life and how everything has been going, certain payments, arrangements were changed, and I then became what I would like to say is the sole provider of my family for the most part. And so I've just had to learn how to deal with that and to cope with that in the means of being single. So yeah. So I have this quote. It says, "Think happy, be happy." And I'm going to keep this because it just says keep going, keep growing. I feel like that is intentionally my motto for I make sure I don't want to cover up these checklists because I don't use them. That's why they can be like that. It could have been over just a little bit more, but whatever, we'll make it work. So yeah, so to kind of equip you guys or catch you up on my life real quickly, I have just been dealing with trying to be somewhat more, I guess, aware of life in general. I've become almost like Superwoman. I've tried to do all the things, and none of the things are working. And so I've come to the point where I'm okay and I'm complacent with where I'm at. I'm in good space. I have good energy around me. I have wonderful friends who love me. I have people who check in on me on a daily basis. I have grown to be okay with being alone, which is hard to say. I don't know if anybody else, like, going through change, I had to really get into the notion that it is okay to be alone, to still feel love, to still feel gratitude, but to be absolutely 100% okay with being by yourself. All of these have gold on it, and my thing has pink gold, so I don't really want to use these gold things. Okay, I'll do Hello Love. So yeah, right there, that's fine. So my intention is to get back to doing the things that I love, the things that make me happy. And I realized that along the way, I lost focus of myself. I lost focus of who I am. In a sense, I've lost focus of finding my peace. And so now I'm in the process of going back to find my peace, if that makes sense, if it makes any sense at all. So I realized that, usually I get so overwhelmed by life because I'm trying to do it all. I'm trying to be a great mom. I'm trying to be a great friend. Most of the times I fell short. And this layout isn't going to be super detailed because it's not that much. I don't want to overcrowd anything. But I realized that I can't do it all. And while life may push me to feel like I have to, I have people in my corner that have pretty much shown me that I don't. And I just had to come to realize that when life pushes you down in places that you aren't quite sure you can get up from, just know you can always get up. In the process of all this, my grandmother passed away last year, right before Christmas. And that was tough because I pretty much lived in a house with my grandmother from the time I was about 8 or 9 until I left to move to Georgia. It's also rough knowing that now the place that you have called home for the past, let's see, I've lived here since 2004. Hold on, you guys. This is kind of weird. I've lived here since 2004. It's now 2020, so almost 16 years. The place that I consider to be home no longer feels like home to me. And I don't know how strange it is or how weird it may seem, but I just feel like I don't belong here anymore, which is, I hate to say it, it's so strange and it's so odd, but that has been my feeling for like the past like couple of weeks, is that I feel like I'm not where I'm supposed to be. Like, I feel like I should be closer to my family. I feel like I can't grow here. I feel like most days that I'm alone. And it's been a strange thing to deal with. It's been a strange place to kind of come out of in a way, because I feel like I just don't feel like this is where I'm meant to be. And I can't just run away. I can't just pick up my stuff and just say, you know what, I think I'm just gonna move, because I have children whose father lives here. So I have to make moves around that and come to the understanding that, you know, this might be home. Even though it doesn't feel like home, I have to make it feel like home. So I've been trying to process all of those things and process trying to be at a job that I feel like I'm not growing at, or that is not allowing me to grow. And, you know, life has just been pretty much kind of beating me up a little bit. But it's nothing that I don't think I can get through, or that I won't be able to get through. You know, I feel like I will make it through everything that is thrown my way. But in order to do that, I have to become more intentional on the things that I want and the things that I need, and I have to actually allow others to come into my life and help me in the places that I feel like I need help. And if that makes sense of any, I feel like sometimes I ramble a little bit. But I just want to actually have a spread that shows me that balance of love per se. And I think I'm done. I don't want to put too much. I don't want to put too much in here. So I need my phone because I need to take a picture of my spread and a couple of things that I don't want to write every day. So gotta find a pen. Okay, we'll get the pink. I'm just gonna use my Flare Paper Mate Flare, and it's pink. So for movement, I want to do calories burned, and then steps. And I normally write better than this, but whatever. So yeah. I just feel like I need to have something that showcases or tells me that I'm doing alright. And I want to document this process because I do feel that there are other people out there like me that are dealing with change. 2020 is like supposed to have been like this newfound life changing process, and I get it. It's a whole new millennium. We want better for ourselves. We want to change what we can change. And I'm all down for it. I want my intentions to be better with life. So along with this, for the intentions, every day I want to focus on one thing about me that I feel like that I can change through my words, my actions, my thoughts, how I live my life in general. So that's where my intentions are going to be. And then I'll come back and kind of give you guys insight. This nourish thing is not going to be your typical nourish section. Nourish for me is going to be thoughts of times that I actually did self-care, which is why this lovely girl is right here. I want to, this week or the week coming up, to be my week to do self-care type actions. So that's where I'm going to write how many hours I read in a book, or how many chapters did I write, did I journal, did I do something that was like crochet, my nails, facial stuff, those sorts of things. Because I feel like in order to nourish our bodies and become better in health, we also have to nourish our mind and our spirit and our thought process. So I want to put that down. I have tons of apps on my phone that I can journal what I ate, how much I ate, what I did for exercise, that sort of thing. But I do want to keep track of calories burned and how many steps I'm taking, because I want to be intentional on Saturdays and Sundays to keep up what I'm doing during the week, because I work with kids, so I'm always on the go, sorts of things. And then I love this, like, reflections of the day. Today was, how was today? What am I thankful for? What am I focusing on? Daily gratitude, joys of today. I think this section will help me better myself as well. So I'm going to show you guys what did I use. So for my quote, think happy, be happy, I got it from the Happy Planner sticker pad. This is lovely Pastels. Then I used the Fun Florals, which is my favorite sticker book. So I absolutely love this sticker book. I feel like I use Fun Florals in almost every spread at this point. I never knew that I was into flowers until I got Fun Florals. Then I used a couple of stickers from the Glam Girls Happy Planner sticker book in the mini. I just so happened to see this at Michael's one day and thought I needed it. Hey. And I think I used one sticker from the Agenda 52 All Seasons sticker pack. That's the Hello Love. And then, of course, my girl comes from the Agenda 52 Girl sticker pack. This is also one of my favorite sticker books in general. Like, when I say it's my favorite, I like the girl stickers. So like the quote stuff I haven't used, but most of like everything else is pretty much gone, except for this page, because I never tend to be doing summer type stuff, but it's coming. It's coming. So yeah. And I'm going to make it a point in my life to come back and actually do plan with me and talk you guys through like my weeks and that sort of thing. So here we are putting it back into our book, pretty as can be. And there you have it. If you guys have not subscribed to my channel, please, please, please subscribe to my channel. Click the red subscription button. It's free. And click the bell to be notified of every time I upload a video for your viewing pleasure. And until next time, you guys, bye.